presentation. Today we embark on an exciting journey to explore the importance of enhancing special education through comprehensive assessments. This assignment is presented as part of the requirements for our course PED 226 under the expert guidance of our instructor, Ms. Liana Alexander of the University of Southern Caribbean. My name is Ms. Sanjeevani Hamandio, and I'm delighted to guide you through our discussion. However, I'm not alone in this endeavor, so allow me to introduce my esteemed colleagues. First, we have Ms. Valini Mahadio, who will delve into the theoretical foundations underpinning our assessment. She will provide valuable insights into the scholarly basis of our work. Next, we are privileged to have Ms. Alicia Koo and Ms. Marlon Mason, who will meticulously outline the structure and methodology of our assessment, laying the groundwork for our in-depth exploration. And lastly, we have Mr. Vikram Lakan, who added his expertise to our presentation. Together, we form Group 4, a dedicated team of educators committed to enhancing the field of education through the power of comprehensive assessments. We hope you find our insights both informative and inspiring as we navigate this essential domain with an aim to examine the effectiveness of the Woodcock-Johnson test of achievement in evaluating the comprehension of fractions among grade 2 students with diverse needs. We believe assessment in special education goes beyond traditional evaluations, aiming to understand students' diverse needs. Let me remind you, our focus is assessing grade 2 students' fraction comprehension within inclusive classrooms. We found that the Woodcock-Johnson test of achievement play a crucial role offering insights through checklists and observation approaches. We acknowledge that fraction comprehension is fundamental in mathematics, but students with special education needs often face more challenges in comprehending these. Therefore, tailored support and accommodations are vital. This assessment approach ensures that every student gets the support they need. Even more, we believe assessments are the guiding compass in special education, ensuring that we meet the diverse learning needs of every student. Understanding each student's unique strengths and challenges empowers us to create personalized educational plans and interventions. Our individualized approach fosters inclusivity, reduces test anxiety, and promotes student participation. Informal assessment strategies like checklists and observation create a welcoming environment. Blending these strategies provides a comprehensive view of student performance. This wealth of data supports informed decisions about tailoring and interventions, ensuring equal opportunities for everyone.
My name is Valini Mahadio, and I will be looking at the theoretical background. In an inclusive classroom, assessing learners' academic performance is a critical task, as it enables teachers to tailor their teaching strategies to meet the diverse needs of all learners. Providing equal educational opportunities for children with various abilities and experiences is also critical. Therefore, using the Woodcock-Johnson test of achievement to create an informal academic assessment aligns with the ideas of constructivism, a theory of learning that asserts that students actively construct their knowledge and understanding through experience. In addition, the early years of a child, more so the child's educational journey, is grade 2, which is a period when learners start to understand increasingly complicated ideas, including fractions. As such, to properly direct their learning path, evaluating their preparedness and comprehension of fractions is imperative. Students start to reason about concrete experiences in grade 2, which correlates to Piaget's concrete operational stage. Therefore, teachers ought to tailor their teaching methods to the cognitive growth of their pupils by evaluating their comprehension at this developmental stage. Informal evaluation encourages involvement and communication, which helps teachers provide the support that students with and without special needs require. Furthermore, selecting the Woodcock-Johnson test of achievement as the assessment tool is grounded in its reliability and validity in measuring academic achievement. The test's well-established standards and an extensive battery of questions make it appropriate for assessing an extensive group of second graders in an inclusive environment. In addition, this form of assessment can help plan instructional activities to move students from where they are in skill development to where they ought to be, competence enhancement.
Mother buys 2 pizzas. Sandra took whole cheese pizza and Roger took one slice from the other pizza. Who took a fraction of pizza?
To achieve the first objective, students will be giving a visual depiction of the situation in form of pizza models. Two drawings portraying the two pizzas will be included in the stimulus, that is, a whole circle representing an entire cheese pizza and another pizza with a slice missing signifying Roger's portion. Based on these stimuli, students will determine which pizza is a whole pizza and identify and label Roger's slice of pizza. This will test their comprehension of fractions as well as their ability to identify a portion of pizza as a fraction. As it relates to accommodation for those children with special needs, visual accommodation will be provided in the form of straightforward images and fraction pizza model using eye-catching colors. For sensory observation, students will be allowed to interact with the pizza model by feeling and touching them.
The teacher will display a chocolate bar with 3 broken lines and give Roy one piece. The teacher will then ask the learners by raising their hands if the shared piece was the numerator or denominator.
To achieve the second objective, the teacher will provide a chocolate bar with 3 broken lines and give Roy one piece. The teacher will then ask the class by raising their hand if the shared piece was the numerator or the denominator. For accommodation for the students in the class with special needs, students will be provided with visual aids and different colors will be used to represent the different components of the chocolate bar. For the sensory accommodation, they will be allowed to break the chocolate bar. Another accommodation will be students will be granted the freedom to reply in whatever format they would like, whether it be pointing, speaking, or utilizing a communication device.
Objective 3. Pupils will demonstrate their understanding of fractions by interpreting a given scenario and identify the fraction of chocolate given to Roy using their fraction chart on their table.
The teacher will then ask the class what fraction of the chocolate was given to Roy by pointing to the fraction chart on their table.
For the scenario mentioned before, visual illustrations and diagrams of the instruction will be distributed for pupils to have a clearer understanding about what the scenario is asking of them. The teacher will have discussions with them using the visual illustrations and also a chocolate bar with 3 pieces. The teacher will also break the parts of the chocolate bar and distribute it to 3 persons with labels, one named Sam, Pat, and Roy. Pupils will then have discussions in pairs or in group discussions. Also with the teacher's guidance, they are going to discover or talk about what the fraction is. Then they will use their knowledge of the numerator being the number that was distributed and the denominator being the number of pieces that the fraction had, and the pupils will use their fraction chart on their table and point to the fraction that represents the number or the fraction that was given to Roy. The teacher will then use her checklist to evaluate pupils of their understanding to see if the objective was met. Accommodations for children with autism will include individualized instructions, also visual representations, support staff or support teachers, and also extra time to get their work done. Objective 4. Pupils will apply the idea of halves to a real-world situation to show that they comprehend it. Pupils will split a Play-Doh model of a cake into 2 equal pieces, each of which will represent half of the cake to demonstrate their understanding.
Maggie and Bert are craving a delicious cake. But instead of using a real cake, they decide to use Play-Doh to have some fun. They take their Play-Doh and carefully cut it into 2 equal parts. This way, they show half of the cake with 1 part. It's a creative way to satisfy their cake cravings and practice their math skills at the same time.
For the scenario mentioned before, I will explain what the scenario is asking of the pupils. I will also use visual representations or illustration to explain what the scenario is asking of the pupils. I will encourage them to talk among each other or in pairs to say what they understand when they hear the word half. I will distribute Play-Dohs and Play-Doh knives or scissors, and I will encourage pupils to make a cake and ask them to cut the cake into half or halves and show me a representation of half. I will walk around using my checklist and I'm going to evaluate the pupils of their understanding of half. For children who are diagnosed with autism, I will provide accommodations such as visual illustrations of the scenario. Also, I'm going to give them the opportunity to choose different texture of Play-Dohs and also give individualized attention for those who need it or requires it.
Mary has 3 sons and wants to share one pancake eventually among them. So then she has to cut the pancake into 3 equal pieces. Use your Play-Doh knife and cut the pancake into 3 equal pieces and represent 1/3 of the pancake, which will be given to her elder son.
Stimuli for this part of the assessment include fraction chart containing fraction visual representation, including numerical fractions, and matching graphic portrayals of divided forms. For the prompt, the teacher would encourage the class to take the entire Play-Doh cake and slice it from top to bottom and then across to form equal parts and make sure that each equal part is the same size. Then they will be encouraged to take one slice of the cake and then point to the chart to represent the percentage of cake they have taken. Accommodation for children with autism include visual step-by-step instruction with clear, straightforward images to show how to slice the cake, a calm, dedicated area with few sensory disturbance in which children may feel comfortable to participate, and they would also be allowed to respond in whatever format they would like.
So you can share it with you and your 3 friends. Slice your cake from top to bottom and then crosswise. 1 slice is for you. Select the flashcard that displays the fraction you are holding after taking 1 piece.
Part of the assessment include fraction chart containing fraction visual representation, including numerical fractions, and matching graphic portrayals of divided forms. For the prompt, the teacher would encourage the class to take the entire Play-Doh cake and slice it from top to bottom and then across to form equal parts and make sure that each equal part is the same size. Then they will be encouraged to take 1 slice of the cake and then point to the chart to represent the percentage of cake they have taken. Accommodation for children with autism include visual step-by-step instruction with clear, straightforward images to show how to slice the cake, a calm, dedicated area with few sensory disturbance in which children may feel comfortable to participate, and they would also be allowed to respond in whatever format they would like.
Hello again. What we've discovered is a testament to the power of personalized support and accommodations for students with diverse needs. It's a testament to the belief that every student, regardless of their unique challenges, deserves the opportunity to shine. Through the tools employed, we just didn't gather data. We grasp a deeper understanding of our students' growth and development. We acknowledge it's not just about numbers, it's about comprehending and nurturing their potential. So what's the enduring impact of our assessment approach? It's a mission to make our classrooms more inclusive, to relieve the weight of high-stake tests, and to arm our educators with the tools to provide tailored instruction and support. We're ensuring that every student, regardless of their unique learning journey, has an equal opportunity to shine. In essence, this study is a stepping stone on our ongoing quest to elevate the educational experience of grade 2 students in inclusive classrooms. It's a commitment to nurturing every student's potential, ensuring that they receive the guidance and resources they need to succeed. Thank you for being a part of our enlightening journey, and remember, in the potential of our students, we see the promise of a brighter tomorrow.